As today, both teams not having the chance to have batting practice as the tarp was on the field. The first pitch of this one is in there for strike one to Brian Roberts, and we're underway. Roberts with a fast start at 4:39 to begin the year. No homers and 3 runs batted in. A strike for Beckett. Throwing strikes tonight. Roberts doesn't like it, and he's down 0-2.
The same thing as last night. There were a couple of pitches on the outside part of the plate that Roberts didn't like, and he didn't like this last one.
Beckett, of course, waiting to have his appeal heard, and the reason that he is able to pitch tonight after being assessed a 6-game suspension by Bob Watson in Major League Baseball after what took place last time out against the Angels. No word as to when he'll have the chance to have his appeal heard as he strikes out Roberts. Foul tip into the catcher's mitt, and the night off to a good start for Josh Beckett.
And an at bat keeping everything away from Brian Roberts. To go with the fastball again to the outside part of the plate, down and away, foul tipped into the glove of Jason Varitek. Look at the location of all the pitches from Josh Beckett. Not one of them, according to the Amica pitch zone, in the strike zone.
So 1 out for Adam Jones, the center fielder. Jones, who has had a good year defensively and at the plate, so it's a .410 batting average. And takes the breaking ball for strike one.
Right now, Adam Jones on a 7-game hitting streak.
.410, 2 homers and 12 runs batted in for Jones. Beckett back to the hard stuff and misses outside. A ball and a strike.
I wouldn't be at all surprised, Don, to see that appeal made the hearing sometime early this week.
Yeah, it's not like it used to be where you had to wait a long time or have your appeal heard when the team goes to New York. It's much different now. It can either be done in person, but also you can do it over a conference call. A lot of other ways to do it now in Major League Baseball, and generally they don't wait. The 2-1 to Adam Jones. In there for strike two, 2-2. Of course, this was what took place last Sunday. Time was called, and Beckett threw near the head of Bobby Abreu. And more than anything, this walking towards the plate appeared to be the thing that he was really suspended for. An aggressive move is what it was called as he walked towards the plate talking to Bobby Abreu. More what took place after than perhaps the actual act itself.
I don't think that Beckett will win that appeal. I mean, you know, he's going to make a strong case, but I still think it's going to stand up and he will miss a start.
Yeah, because that's all it is. It's one start.
Right.
And they're going to make their point, and he will make his because he feels like he did not intentionally throw at Bobby Abreu. 3-2 to Jones. Lines it foul down the right field line.
The Red Sox defense, they've made 3 errors in their 10 games. It'll be Mike Lowell at third base, Nick Green the shortstop, Dustin Pedroia at second, and Kevin Youkilis at first. Left to right, Jason Bay, Jacoby Ellsbury, and J.D. Drew. And Jason Varitek doing the catching for Beckett.
Jones making him work. It's a full count with 1 out in the first inning. Struck him out as they climb the ladder. Back-to-back Ks for Beckett to start the night.
Very good life on the fastball here early for Josh Beckett. Had a 10 strikeout game in his first game against Tampa Bay. Starts this game off with back-to-back strikeouts.
Two down here in the first inning. Here's Nick Markakis. Big grand slam last night for the Orioles. 2 home runs on the year, a .359 batting average. Looked like the Orioles were going to run away with it last night after this grand slam by Markakis. They led it 7-0. Red Sox overcoming the 7-run second inning deficit to win 10-8. And the largest deficit overcome by the Red Sox since that game in the American League Championship Series, Game 5 last year here at Fenway Park, when the Rays jumped out to the 7-0 advantage. And very tough outing last night for Brad Penny in his second start in a Red Sox uniform. Tonight he watches his friend Josh Beckett, who's had a very good beginning. Back-to-back strikeouts ahead of Markakis, 0-2. Markakis to center field and in for a hit. Ellsbury over to play it and slipped out there in center field awkwardly. Hopefully not twisting an ankle. He appears to be okay. Looks like his spike got caught out there in center field.
That was a breaking ball that Markakis hit for the home run last night. A breaking ball that he picks up the base hit on here in center field. There's the slip by Jacoby Ellsbury, but he appears to be okay. So Markakis down 0-2 picks up the base hit.
So a base runner with 2 down here in the first inning, and here's Aubrey Huff. Check swing grounder. Lowell to his left will go to first to end the first. Red Sox coming up. Red Sox coming up here in the bottom of the first inning, facing a guy they've seen in the past with Texas and Philadelphia, and Adam Eaton.
Adam Eaton signed by the Orioles, coming from the Philadelphia Phillies organization. A loser in his first outing against Tampa Bay. In that game, only lasted 4 innings, giving up 8 hits and 4 earned runs.
Based on what the pen had to do last night, Dave Tremblay hoping to get more out of his starter tonight. Last night, the ace of the Orioles, Jeremy Guthrie, who had a 7-run pad, couldn't get it done, as this is in there for strike 1, 1-1. Ellsbury, Pedroia, and Ortiz here in the bottom of the first inning. Jeremy Guthrie, who's really been very good against the Red Sox in the past, last night having a tough outing with the big lead. Ellsbury to right field. Nick Markakis back to make the catch on the line drive for the first out here in the bottom of the first inning. New England Chevy dealers bring you the Red Sox starting lineup. Jacoby Ellsbury in center field. Dustin Pedroia at second base. David Ortiz the DH with Kevin Youkilis at first base. J.D. Drew in right field. Jason Day in left field. Mike Lowell at third base bats 7th. Jason Varitek doing the catching. And Nick Green bats 9th at shortstop. One out in the bottom of the first inning for Dustin Pedroia. Had a nice night here last night with 3 hits in the game, and the average making its way up at 233 at the moment for Pedroia. It's his first 3-hit game since September 13th of last year. On the outside corner for strike 2, 1-2.
Yeah, they continue to shade Pedroia to the opposite field, which would lead you to believe that fastballs are probably going to be away from him most of the night. That last fastball outside corner.
There's another, and it's strike 3. Pedroia didn't like strike 2, and he likes strike 3 even less.
Well, Brian Roberts not happy in the top of the first. Dustin Pedroia not happy here in the bottom of the first. Let's see what Amica says. Ooh, nasty pitch. Knee high outside corner. He even had 6 strikeouts in that first outing against Tampa Bay in a game that he lost.
2 outs for David Ortiz. Still trying to find his way in this early going. 158, no homers, and 4 runs batted in. A lot of frustrating at bats for him in the early season. 1 for his last 14 in the last 3 games, and 4 for his last 32. He's ahead 2-0.
Fastball, curveball, slider, cutter, and changeup from Adam Eaton.
Rocketed foul towards the end of the Red Sox dugout.
Orioles defense has made 6 errors in their 10 games. Ty Whittington at third base. Cesar Torres the shortstop. Brian Roberts at second. And Aubrey Huff at first. Left to right, Felix B.A., Adam Jones, and Nick Markakis. And Greg Zahn doing the catching.
Doug Eddings has the plate tonight for the umpires. Hunter Wintelstead at first base. Dana Demuth at second. And Kerwin Danley is the umpire at third. Through 10 games, the Red Sox are hitting at .254. That is 11th in the American League, even with the production in the last 2 games. Breaking ball high for ball 3, full count. Nicholas waits on deck with 2 outs, and the base is empty for David Ortiz. This one fouled off. It's a piece of Greg Zahn.
Well, quite a day here for sports in Boston. You had the Celtics losing this afternoon. You got the Red Sox tonight. You got the Bruins tonight. A little bit of something for everybody.
Ortiz strikes out. 2 strikeouts for Eaton. Scoreless after 1. tough day today for Chien-Ming Wang. It's about to be a 22 that's going to be on top there for the Cleveland Indians, as they are ahead 22-4 in the ninth inning at Yankee Stadium today. Low throw dug out by Youkilis at first base. One pitch and Ty Wigginton's gone.
Another spectacular pick over at first base by Kevin Youkilis. That ball bouncing on the throw from Mike Lowell, but Youkilis there with the backhand to make the play. Not in the webbing of the glove, in the heel of the glove.
One out here in the second inning. Luke Scott, the DH, coming up for the Orioles. There is the actual score. 22-, well, there may be more now for the Cleveland Indians. I spoke too soon. Maybe not. 22-4.
That had to be an ugly atmosphere there this afternoon.
I would think so. And another very tough outing for Chien-Ming Wang, who's having trouble getting through the early innings of his outings. A guy who's an extremely good pitcher coming off an injury and apparently has not been right. The 1-0 to Luke Scott to right field and in for a base hit in front of J.D. Drew. Second hit of the night for the Orioles.
Red Sox Nation, if you need medical care while at Fenway, visit the Beth Israel Deaconess First Aid Stand behind Section 12. Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center is the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox. Visit them at bidmc.org.
One out, Luke Scott at first base. 2 hits off Josh Beckett so far. Beckett with a couple of strikeouts in the first inning.
Luke Scott is now 6 for 9 in his career with a home run against Josh Beckett.
Here's Greg Zahn. Fouls it off to the left, backing out of play. The key matchup is brought to you by Honda. Greg Zahn, 111 batting average against Beckett, couple of strikeouts. To left field, and Jason Bay headed back. It's going to be off the scoreboard. Luke Scott heading to third, and he will stop there. Throw comes towards second base, and standing at second is Greg Zahn with a double. And very quickly, it is second and third for the Orioles with 1 out.
And both these hits in this inning coming on the fastball from Josh Beckett. The one to Luke Scott, and now Zahn takes that outside fastball and finds that gap in left center field. So Zahn, who has not had much success against Josh Beckett, gets that double here to put men at second and third.
One out for Felix P.A. He pinch hit in the ninth inning. Did not have success against Papelbon. Gets a start in left field tonight for the Orioles. Numbers for the former Chicago Cub. Swing and a miss and a pitch down and in. Breaking ball from Beckett.
Infield back here early in the ball game with 2 men in scoring position.
PA started the first 30 games of the Cubs season last year, but optioned to AAA Iowa on May 14th and played 85 games. And the Iowa Cubs AAA club as he takes strike 2 and he's down 0-2. Really never fulfilled the potential that the Cubs thought he was going to. And acquired from Chicago by the Orioles for Garrett Olson and a minor leaguer Henry Williamson in January this past offseason. Away, and it's 1-2.
Beckett's fastball so far in this game consistently at about 95 miles an hour. In the dirt, 2-2 to PA. So far, 3 curveballs to PA, 1 fastball.
Cesar's Turris, the number 9 man, waits on deck. Strike 3 call. Third strikeout for Josh Beckett, and there's 2 down in the inning. PA not buying it.
Now, backdoor breaking ball. That's one the left-handed hitter will certainly quit on. It doesn't look like a strike, but it breaks back to pick up the outside corner. So a steady diet of curveballs in that at bat to Felix PA.
Takes with him the 3rd K of the night for Beckett. And the K-men go to work.
And a big strikeout to leave that man at third base.
Here is Cesar's Turris, the number 9 man, and shortstop for the Orioles. Fouls it off above us. Those Turris off to a 152 start, home run, and 3 runs batted in. Beckett off to a 1-1 start, a 3.46 earned run average. Josh was 12-10 a year ago in 27 starts, despite 2 stints on the disabled list last year. And he's ahead 0-2. Going hard tonight.
Yeah, and Turris has really been having his problems. 0 for his last 16.
Ryan Roberts waiting on deck. Luke Scott at third. Greg Zahn at second. 2 outs in the Orioles' 2nd inning. Beckett a strike away from getting out of this jam. Rounds it foul by the Red Sox dugout above it. Beckett reaching back that time for 96 as Veritek will head out and talk with him. Well, the Red Sox were 12-6 a year ago against these Orioles. Been able to take the first game of the season series between the Red Sox and the Orioles. 18 games between the Red Sox and the Orioles. They'll next meet in Baltimore June 29th through July 1st in a 3-game series. Down and in, and it's 1-2 to his Turris. Scott at third, Zahn at second, 2 down. Breaking ball grounded up the middle. Green to his left. Fires to first. Youkilis keeps the foot on the bag for the out. And Beckett out of the jam. Still scoreless from Fenway.
Choose from prints, mugs, magnets, and more. Place your order and you're done. In 3 easy steps, you can make your very own Red Sox memory. Go to redsox.com today.
Kevin Youkilis leads it off here in the bottom of the second inning. 1-2-3 first for Adam Eaton. The league leaders are brought to you by Olympia Sports. Category on base percentage. Youkilis at .500 in the early going. Miguel Cabrera off to a great start. As this one chopped foul. Youkilis' batting average at .425 to begin the night. He slipped to 4th in the American League in batting average. Miguel Cabrera on top at .513. Brian Roberts of these Orioles is 3rd at .439. And of course, Youkilis bouncing back after being hit in the head last night.
Yeah, that was amazing. Bounced right up, went down to first base, never left the game, and back in there tonight.
Staying inside to him, and it's a full count. This was the scene last night.
Yeah, certainly not intentional here by Danny Baez, but a scary moment at Fenway Park. But Youkilis bounces right back up.
Now lines this down the left field line, a fair ball. It's headed for the corner as Youkilis is headed for second base. PA digs it out, but it's a leadoff double for Kevin Youkilis.
They kept trying to get that fastball inside to Youkilis. This time Youkilis clears it out for that line drive right down the right field line. Looked like it might have been a cut fastball that didn't cut. And all the way running down to that 310 mark, Youkilis has the leadoff double here in the second inning.
Red Sox win an order in the first. They've got a double from Youkilis to start the second inning. And here's J.D. Drew. It's 2-0 to Drew. And his home runs in back-to-back games. And 3 on the season coming into tonight. He's 2 for 2 in the game last night with a home run, a triple. And he scored 3 runs. Combination of Drew and Bay, which has worked out to be 5 and 6 in the Red Sox order. They've been on fire.
And they got a little help last night from the top of the batting order.
Drew takes the strike, and it's 2-1. Red Sox have had at least 10 hits in each of their last 3 games. And a total of 34 hits and 23 runs as the offense finally starting to click after what was a very quiet first 8 games of the year. Popped up, foul ground. Zahn going over towards the stands, but running out of room.
Up till 2 strikes, JD trying to do everything he can to pull the ball at that man at second base. Now with 2 strikes, you're on your own. Just try to make good solid contact someplace.
Orioles had their chance in the top half of the second, left 2 in scoring position. Now the Red Sox trying their luck here in the bottom of the second. Drew to center field. Adam Jones coming in. Makes the catch for the first out of the inning.
The Boston Bruins' quest for the Cup continued tonight as Game 2 action is underway right now on NESN. The series switches to Montreal Monday night for Game 3. Join Catherine at 6:30 for a complete game preview and a recap of the first 2 games on WB Mason Bruins Face Off Live.
One down here in the bottom of the second inning. Kevin Youkilis at second base, and Jason Bay, the batter. Pitch in there for a strike, and it's 0-1 to Bay. Leading off is brought to you by Firestone. Jason Bay, 23 straight games in which he has reached base safely. During that time, a .306 batting average. Great start to the season.
Adam Eaton actually returned to Philadelphia to receive his World Series ring from a year ago. I saw those rings. They're pretty impressive, too.
In the dirt, the count is 2-1. The Phillies this year off to a 4-5 start. Really, the story in the National League has been the start of the Florida Marlins, who are 9-1 and atop the National League East. What is going to be a very tough division. Two and one the count to Jason Bay. Hard stuff inside. And Bay's ahead 3-1.
Jason Bay's only had 2 at bats against Adam Eaton, 1 for 2. That one hit a home run.
In the dirt, ball 4. And down to first base goes Jason Bay. First walk given up by Adam Eaton. So it's first and second with 1 out. Mike Roll coming up. Look at 237, 2 homers, and 9 runs batted in. Hit safely in the last 3 games, 5 for his last 12. And a chance here with 2 on and 1 out. Strike 1 as Eaton starts off ahead. There for another strike, and it's 0-2. Orioles hoping for a good start tonight from Adam Eaton. Orioles pitching staff off to a very rocky start. Offensively, they have been very good to begin the year. And for Dave Tremblay, it's kind of like the Texas Rangers have been for a lot of years. You got a pretty good offense, got some guys who can score some runs, but you got to score a lot of runs with the way their pitching staff is going. Roll to left, PA coming in to make the catch, below the cap high. On the line drive from Lowell, there's 2 down.
Yeah, you know, that's frustrating last night. You get out the 7-run lead. That's a ball game you should win, but your pitching staff can't hold the lead, and that becomes, and that's the wear in a ball club, especially when they're swinging the bats as well as they are right now. You score enough runs to win, but then the pitching staff can't hold you right there.
Which has been the case for a very long time in Texas. The Rangers and Orioles met for a series just before the Orioles arrived here. Lots of runs, but neither team able to kind of protect that lead. And the ace last night couldn't hold that 7-run lead. There's Varitek with 2 on and 2 outs. Varitek lines a fair ball down the right field line. Youkilis from second base will score. Bay to third. Throw to second. Varitek's in there safely, and the Red Sox lead it 1-0.
Big 2-out base hit by Jason Varitek. Looks like it was the cut fastball inside, and Varitek's able to clean it out and keep it in fair territory. Ball rolling all the way down to Markakis. He gets it into second base. The Red Sox do have to hold the run of Jason Bay at third base, but they do have the 1-0 lead.
So second and third, 2 down, a run in. And here is Nick Green. Take strike one. Eaton has been ahead of most and is ahead of Green. In the dirt, but smothered by Zahn. Green with 2 hits in game 1 of the series last night, going 2 for 4. With a double and a couple of runs batted in. It was his double that tied the score 8-8. And a big hit as the Red Sox came all the way back last night. Green down 1-2. The double last night for Green, and he's been doing it defensively for the Red Sox spectacularly, but last night chipping in offensively too with a key 2-run double. Back to Eaton. Nice grab. He'll fire to first for the out. Red Sox strike first and take a 1-0 lead.
It goes into extra innings of the Sox earn a save. CVS Pharmacy will donate $500 to Children's Hospital Boston. CVS Pharmacy is the official pharmacy of the Boston Red Sox.
1-0 Boston on top.
Somerset, Massachusetts.
Red Sox fans off to a good start tonight. Red Sox getting a run in the bottom of the second inning. As Brian Roberts leads it off for the Orioles. The top of the Orioles order. They had a pretty good opportunity in the second inning with second and third and 1 out before Beckett was able to strike out Felix PA and got Cesar Torres to ground out to shortstop. Roberts takes the strike in the count 1-1.
Roberts not at all happy with Doug Eddings so far in this game on those outside fastballs.
Roberts slicing it foul. 94 from Beckett. It's 1-2.
Now I see, and I got to swing at anything out there. You're calling everything a strikeout in the outside part of the plate. Anything close, I've got to be swinging out there.
Dave Tremblay is going to join the conversation now as he comes from the dugout.
Right now, Trembley's just trying to calm things down between the umpire and Brian Roberts. You can't come out and argue balls and strikes. But that was an extended conversation between Roberts and Eddings, the home plate umpire.
1-2 to Roberts. 2-2.
Might have bought him a pitch right there, too. All that discussion might have bought him a very close pitch.
Roberts hits a fly ball to left field. Jason Bay camps underneath it and makes the catch for the out. Let's check in with Heidi Watney.
Well, Don, we have some news out of Florida where both Julio Lugo and Mark Kotsay played in an extended spring training game today. Lugo played 4 innings at short, going 1 for 2 with 2 walks. Kotsay was the designated hitter. He went 1 for 3 with a double. Reports on both were great, and Terry Francona said that Kotsay is close to heading to Pawtucket. Also, John Smoltz threw 20 pitches to hitters today. He said he felt good afterwards. Francona said he may need one more outing throwing to hitters before pitching in a game. Don, Jerry.
All right, Heidi, thank you very much.
Nice hat, Heidi.
Thank you very much.
Very stylish.
You know, it's a little bit wet out here today, so I figured I'd cover up.
Adam Jones with a swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Now rained here a little bit during the afternoon, lightly.
Yeah, light showers, no batting practice.
To third, Lowell gobbles it up. 2 down in the top of the third.
Well, finally at first base, Youkilis has a normal play to make. Didn't have to dig one out of the dirt.
And Beckett has the first 2 outs here of the third inning, and Nick Markakis coming up. Markakis with one of the 3 hits the Orioles have tonight. His single to center field back in the first inning. Tech set up outside, but that grabs the plate, and it's 1-1. The Red Sox have lost just 6 times in the last 30 games against the Orioles here at Fenway Park. Period that began in September of 2005. And hoping to keep that trend going tonight. Out to a 1-0 advantage with 2 outs here in the third inning. Red Sox are 4-6 to start the season. Inside for ball 3. Toronto at 8-4 to start the year so far, and the Blue Jays winning today 4-2 over the Oakland A's.
They've got off to a tremendous offensive start, Don. 307 is the team batting average.
There's ball 4, a 2-out walk for Markakis, who's on for the second time tonight. The first walk allowed by Beckett. So 2 down, Markakis at first, and here's Aubrey Huff. Grounded out to third base, first time up. Red Sox outfield straight away for Aubrey Huff, who enjoyed a very good year last year for the Orioles. Was named their team MVP a year ago. Has done pretty well against the Red Sox in his time as a member of the Tampa Bay Rays, as well as the Baltimore Orioles.
Always liked his bat, even back at the time when he was with the Tampa Bay, at that time the Devil Rays.
Broke into the big leagues with Tampa Bay back in 2000. Was with the Rays until 2006. Traded to Houston, and now his third season with the Baltimore Orioles. He's ahead 3-0. Ty Wigginton waiting on deck. 2 outs here in the top half of the third inning. Ball. Oh, strike over the outside corner. Yes. Huff thought he had ball 4. So did I.
Another Oriole unhappy with an outside pitch that's called a strike, and that one well outside.
Wow. There is ball 4, and Huff will go down to first base. Back-to-back walks. Brief spell of wildness right here for Josh Beckett with 2 outs in the inning. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Boston Red Sox and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent of the Boston Red Sox. And 2 quick outs for Beckett, who proceeds to walk Markakis and Huff. Now Ty Wigginton.
Ty Wigginton in the lineup again tonight against Beckett. Very good success coming into the game at .364 with 3 career home runs off Josh Beckett.
Wigginton, who played in Houston each of the last 2 years. Spent 2 seasons with Tampa Bay, a guy that came up in the New York Mets system and played 3 seasons, parts of, with the Mets. Breaking ball, a fly ball to right field, playable for J.D. Drew. Puts it away as Beckett works around the 2 walks. Red Sox lead it 1-0. Orioles as we head to the bottom of the third inning. Adam Eaton deals with ball one to Jacoby Ellsbury. Ellsbury lined out to right field his first at bat. There's a strike, 1-1. Red Sox went in order in the first inning, but then a leadoff double for Kevin Youkilis in the second, and RBI double for Jason Varitek plated the game's only run. Ellsbury to center field. Jones started back, now comes in a step and makes the catch for out number one.
Supersize your weekend with Red Sox Monster Monday. Join TC and Jim bright and early Monday morning at 9:30 a.m. on Yorkie Way as they prepare you for the special Patriots Day matinee game. The action begins at 9:30 on Red Sox Monster Monday.
Producer assistant Aaron Sweeney in the house as the Red Sox and Orioles play game 2 of this series. Dustin Pedroia fouls it back below us. Pedroia to right. Deep was Markakis. It'll fall for a hit. Third Boston hit of the night. 1-out single for Pedroia.
Well, Pedroia getting a steady diet of outside fastballs and breaking balls from the Orioles. This time dumps it in front of Markakis. Right toward the end of the bat for Pedroia. He's able to cover the plate and pick up the base hit. So Dustin with 3 hits in the game last night. 3 for 4 now. 1 for 2 tonight.
One out, Pedroia at first for David Ortiz, who struck out looking in the first inning. Lines it foul. Elevate and Ortiz chases. It's 0-2.
That's a ball he's been chasing quite a bit lately. That high fastball between the belt and the letters. When David Ortiz is swinging the bat well, he's able to stay off that pitch.
To left. PA won't get it. Pedroia to second. Ortiz going the other way for that base hit.
Now, 2 nice jobs here by the Red Sox hitters. First, Dustin Pedroia getting an outside breaking ball and dropping it into right field for the base hit. Now David Ortiz does the same thing, a breaking ball down and away, and he takes it to the left field for the base hit.
So 2 on, 1 away. Youkilis a double in his first at bat, came around to score the game's only run. Adam Eaton stepping off, the Orioles starter with 50 pitches with one out here in the third inning. Away, and it's 2-0. Eaton lost first time out back on April 12th against Tampa Bay, his second start of the year. Gets the corner, according to home plate umpire Doug Eddings.
Very wide corners tonight for Doug Eddings on both sides. So with 2 strikes on you as a hitter, you better be ready to swing the bat.
Strike over the inside corner, and it's now 2-2. So he's gone outside, now comes inside, even the count. Youkilis, high fly deep left. Looking up as it goes out. 3-run home run for Kevin Youkilis, his third of the year. Red Sox lead it 4-0.
But that's the second time tonight Eaton has tried to come inside against Kevin Youkilis and hasn't worked either time. The first time was a double, this time a home run. Kevin Youkilis picks up RBIs number 6, 7, and 8. Home run number 3.
Well, Jerry, you talked about it last night. You wonder how it affects different guys when they're hit in the head with a pitch, and there has been virtually no effect for Youkilis, as tough as they get. And out there tonight without even a thought, and has a double and a home run tonight after the scary situation last night.
Now, there have been players that have been hit in the head and have had injuries because of it. Have never been the same player after. Certainly not the case here with Kevin Youkilis. Very fortunate to bounce right back up last night, continue to play in the game, and what a game he's having tonight.
The Red Sox scoring a run in the second, 3 here in the third, on top 4-0 as they continue to bat against Adam Eaton. Inside to Drew, and it's 1-2.
2 hits in this inning on breaking balls by Pedroia and Ortiz, and Youkilis on the fastball for the home run.
Season spent in the American League for Adam Eaton was back in 2006 with Texas. Otherwise, his career has been spent in the National League, of course, with the Philadelphia Phillies last year. Drew cranks this foul. Strike 3 call over the outside corner. Third K for Eaton, and there's 2 down in the inning.
There's that wide strike zone again by Doug Eddings. A breaking ball that you give up on as a left-handed hitter, apparently picking up the outside corner. We'll see. According to Amica pitch zone, a little bit outside. I think the guy's got to take up longer bats.
2 outs, bases empty for Jason Bay. Walked in the second inning. He's only at bat so far tonight. I guess at this point of the game where it has already happened one time through the lineup, it's up to you now to make the change, the adjustment, because that's the way it's going to be.
It's been pretty consistent for both sides.
3-0 now to Bay. Ball 4. Bay has walked for the second straight time. The only walks Adam Eaton has given up. Ball lined out to the left fielder Felix Pa in his first at bat back in the second inning. 7th member of the Red Sox to bat here in the bottom of the 3rd. Take strike 1 from Eaton. There goes the runner at first in Bay. The pitch is a ball, and the throw not nearly in time.
You know, Bay has pretty good speed. I mean, not a great base stealing speed, but he has certainly, if you don't pay attention to him, he can get a good jump, and he had a very good jump right there off Eaton. The throw is going to be well short by Greg Zahn, and Bay gets in a scoring position.
Low to left field. One hops the wall as Felix Pa plays the hop. Around from second base comes Bay, and the Red Sox lead it 5-0. Well, a stolen base, and the Red Sox keeping the pressure on as they grab another run.
Yeah, the surprise stolen base by Jason Bay gets him in a scoring position. Mike Lowell delivers. Second time he's hit the ball hard tonight. This time he gets the good result. Once again, that pitch inside. Eaton's been beaten inside in this inning.
Rick Kranitz, the pitching coach, out to talk to Adam Eaton. The 2 outs in the inning. Red Sox scoring 4 times so far here in the 3rd. Mike Lowell at first base and Jason Varitek coming up.
Be a little bit surprised to see him hold on Mike Lowell at first base, especially with Varitek, the left-hander, at the plate. Very unlikely that Lowell's going to take off.
Breaking ball drops in there for strike 1. Varitek on the double in the second inning, picked up his 3rd RBI of the season. The center field for Adam Jones. And the end of the 3rd inning, but the Red Sox scored 4 times and lead it 5-0.
Auto and home coverage at AmikaCoverage.com. So far in this game, Josh Beckett with 3 strikeouts. Got the first 2 hitters he faced in Brian Roberts and Adam Jones back in the first inning. And also got Felix Pie in the second inning.
Numbers for Beckett at 50 pitches through the first 3 innings tonight. Now he's got a 5-0 lead. As Luke Scott leads it off in the 4th inning. Scott with a single in the second inning. And 1 of 3 hits off Josh Beckett tonight. Dustin Pedroia in short right field. The Red Sox on a bit of a shift for Luke Scott. Beckett ahead 1-2. Orioles have had base runners. They've left 5 men on through the first 3 innings. At second and third with 1 out in the second, could not score. Josh Beckett, after getting 2 quick outs in the third, walked back-to-back batters. And Markakis and Huff and worked around those 2 walks by getting Ty Wigginton to fly out to right field. Now he strikes out Luke Scott to begin the 4th inning.
Well, Beckett's had a lot of trouble getting out Luke Scott. He tries something different this time. He goes to a changeup down and away to pick up the strikeout. Everything away from Luke Scott in that at bat. Luke Scott a pull hitter.
Four strikeouts for Beckett. Greg Zahn, the batter, it chops one towards Pedroia at second base. It's 2 down. Two away for Felix Pie. He struck out looking in the second inning, 0 for 1. Pie just 24 years of age. Scoreless in the first from the Garden. Game 2. PA in his first year with the Cubs hit at .215, and then last year in 43 games with the Cubs hit at .241 before spending the rest of the year at AAA in Iowa. Beckett looking for his first 1-2-3 inning of the game. There's strike 2, and it's 1-2. Struck him out. 5 strikeouts for Beckett. 5-0 Red Sox.
I'd have trouble doing that. Nobody cares.
A drop ball, it appeared out there in center field. Adam Jones had on the transfer drop out of the glove, and the catch was made on Nick Green, who was swinging after that first pitch from Adam Eaton, but Adam Jones makes the catch according to the umpire Dana DeMuth, who went out there.
Yeah, kind of just a routine fly ball. Adam Jones makes the catch, but then on the transfer to the throwing hand drops the ball, but the out call is made. Certainly had possession of the ball.
One down in the inning. Jacoby Ellsbury 0 for 2. He's lined to right and flied out to center field. Take strike 2. Adam Eaton threw 70 pitches through the first 3 innings, up to 73 right now. They're Tremblay hoping to get him deep into the game. This one up the middle. Roberts ranging. Off balance with Ellsbury running, no chance. Too much speed from Jacoby Ellsbury.
Now, if you're Jacoby Ellsbury and you get a second baseman going to his right or a shortstop going to his right, very little chance they're going to throw him out of first base. Now, that's a heck of a play by Roberts at second base. He did all he could, but way too much speed by Jacoby Ellsbury. Nice backhand pickup, the off-balance throw. He throws a strike to Aubrey Huff, but Ellsbury beats it out. Now Jacoby becomes a threat to steal. He's got 4 on the season. Only caught 1 time.
50 of them last year as he gains his lead at first base. Pedroia 1 for 2 tonight, a single to right field last time up. Fouled off, and it's 0-2. The Orioles were able to shut out the Tampa Bay Rays back on April 11th. Since then, they've allowed 54 runs over 5 games. Great start to the season, but lately given up a lot of runs.
And the ERA 6.47 so far on this young season.
And the Red Sox have touched him for 5 runs so far on 7 hits. To left field, Felix Pierre makes the catch. Had to deal with the light bank there a little bit, but he makes the grab in left for the second out. And there's 2 away. He's talking about it right now. Mark Savard has scored for the Boston Bruins as the Bruins strike first on top 1-0.
I made a bold prediction that would end in 5 games, Don. I don't know if I'll be right or wrong, but
you might be right.
Could be right. If they get 2 up tonight, I'm looking pretty good.
How do you feel about the Celtics, especially without KG?
Don't have a warm feeling about it. Be a tough road.
Ortiz down the right field line, but foul. Out ahead. Struck out in the first inning, single, an opposite field base hit to left in the third.
And I hope I'm wrong about the Celtics.
Well, not a good start today on their home court. There goes Ellsbury. Ortiz lines it to right, a base hit. Ellsbury just keeps on going towards third. And he'll get there easily on the second hit of the night for Big Papi.
Yeah, both hits for David Ortiz on the breaking ball. Last time the breaking ball was away, he went to the opposite field. This time it's out over the plate. A hard line drive in front of Nick Markakis. Very good swing by David Ortiz right there. Sinking line drive. And with Ellsbury off, no problem making third base. So the Red Sox trying to do more damage here with 2 outs.
They're at the corners with 2 down for Kevin Youkilis, who Eaton has not yet found a way to get out. He doubled and scored in the second, hit a 3-run shot in the third, and take strike 1. Skips in. Zonda know where it was initially, but able to knock it down. And it does stay in front of him as Ellsbury remains at third base.
I think most catchers will tell you the easiest ball to block is the curveball because they're anticipating that ball down in the dirt and they get down to their knees much quicker.
Two and 1. Youkilis with his 3-run shot now has 3 home runs on the season. Line into center field, a base hit. From third comes Ellsbury, and the Red Sox lead it 6-0. Kevin Youkilis with 3 hits and now 4 RBIs.
Well, it's virtually impossible to do more out of that cleanup spot than what Kevin Youkilis has done for the Red Sox so far this season. A 4 RBI night so far, 3 for 3 after pulling the ball the first 2 at bats. This time a line shot right back up the middle. He is locked in.
Ortiz took second on the single by Youkilis. Now J.D. Drew takes strike 1. Drew flied out to center field in the second. He struck out looking in the third. Action for the first time in the Orioles pen as Brian Bass, the right-hander, warms up as Adam Eaton up to 90 pitches with 2 outs here in the 4th inning. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Framed by Zahn, and it's ball 2, 2-2. Danley said he didn't offer, the third base umpire. Red Sox getting a run in the second. Able to score 4 times in the third and 1 more so far in the 4th with 2 outs. Long wait for Beckett this inning. Josh Beckett at 59 pitches and fresh off his first 1-2-3 inning of the night. Now Eaton ready with the 2-2 to J.D. Drew. Popped up. Zahn and foul ground. by the stands, runs out of room. David Ortiz at second base, Kevin Youkilis at first base with 2 outs. Drew fouling one long way down the right field line. Just outside, 3-2. Eagles given up 3 hits in the inning and so far a run. Jason Bay, who has walked twice in the game tonight, waits on deck. Down the right field line, foul.
Good long, tough at bat put on here by J.D. Drew, fouling off just about everything Adam Eaton has to throw at him.
Ortiz, who singled earlier in this inning, now at second. Youkilis singled to drive in a run. At first base with 2 outs. He'll be off again. 3-2 pitch to Drew. JD strikes out as Eaton finally gets him to end the inning. Red Sox add a run, take a 6-0 lead. It's time now for a Bruins game break. Cesar is Turris trying the bunt down the third baseline. Ends up placed perfectly. And an infield hit for Cesar is Turris to get the 5th inning started.
Yeah, beautiful job there by Turris. Over his last 17, trying something different, trying to get something going for the Orioles. And he really does a nice job getting that ball down the third baseline. Try to hug the grass or bunt it foul. This one hugs the grass.
So lead runner on for the first time tonight for the Orioles as they bat in the 5th, down 6-0. Here's Brian Roberts. Lowell in again at third base. As Roberts takes ball 1. Leadoff hitter for the Orioles struck out in the first inning and flied out to left field in the 3rd. Outside, 2-0. Beckett had a 1, 2, 3, 4th inning. He's racked up 5 strikeouts through 4+ innings. Also had 10 strikeouts here on opening day. This one fouled off to the left, and it's 2-1. Chuck Kobasu has scored for the Boston Bruins, on top 2-0 now. Still in the first period. Foul tipped, held on to by Varitek for strike 2. Roberts bats now with Adam Jones waiting on deck. Nobody out in the 5th. Full count to Roberts.
And Beckett basically this whole game has been keeping that ball away from Brian Roberts.
Beckett making his 4th career start against the Orioles here at Fenway Park. And his first since giving up 8 hits and 4 runs in 6 innings back on June 10th of last year. It's actually 0-1 with a 5.50 ERA in 3 games here at Fenway Park against the Orioles. Overall, he is 4-2 against Baltimore over the years. Roberts to left field. It is a fair ball headed towards the corner as Cesar Torres heads for third base. Brian Roberts got himself a double, and it's 2nd and 3rd with nobody out for the Orioles.
5-game hitting streak now for Brian Roberts as he shoots the fastball to the opposite field. Once again, that fastball away from Roberts. He's seen plenty of that tonight from Josh Beckett. This time he puts it on the line down in the corner. So the first real threat tonight for the Baltimore Orioles. They did have a 2nd and 3rd with 1 out back in the 2nd inning, but Beckett got out of that jam.
Now Adam Jones, who has struck out and grounded out. In there for strike 1. Until tonight, hitting has not been a problem for the Orioles. They are 3rd in the American League coming into tonight's action, collectively hitting at .290 as a team. Only the Toronto Blue Jays at .307 and the Texas Rangers at .293 are above what the Orioles have been able to do from an average standpoint so far this year. On a strike now to Adam Jones. Runners in scoring position, 4 for 9. He's got his Torres at third base, Roberts at second base, and nobody out in the 5th. On the fastball, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, a couple of breaking balls to start off Adam Jones. Then he buzzes that fastball by him up high. So Beckett looking for the strikeout now with the count 1-2. Keep those runners at 2nd and 3rd.
Beckett, who spent 2 stints on the DL last year, has thrown more than 150 innings and made at least 25 starts in each of the last 5 years. Whether it be for Florida or here in Boston. This is away this time, full count. Third start of 2009 for Josh Beckett. And running into a little bit of trouble here in the 5th. Ball 4. Walks Jones. It is the 3rd base on balls given up by Beckett. Loads the bases, but nobody out for Baltimore. And you got Nick Markakis, who hit a grand slam here last night, coming up in a bases loaded situation. Numbers for Beckett. Still with an out and out here in the 5th inning.
All this started with a bunt base hit by Cesar Torres.
Strike 1 to Markakis. He was singled in the 1st inning, walked in the 3rd inning. He's been aboard twice tonight. Signed a 6-year contract extension. Will take him through 2014. As he takes ball 1-1-1. Club has an option for 2015. And Brian Roberts both signing long-term extensions. Roberts signing a 5-year extension through 2013. Battles it foul, and it's 1-2. Beckett had a 1-2-3 4th inning. The bunt base hit by his Torres to get the inning started. The double by Roberts, a walk to Jones, and all of a sudden, bases are loaded with nobody out for the Orioles. Two and two.
Beckett trying to go away that time, see if that expanded strike zone will come into effect. That time it did not. The ball looked like it was a little high.
Veritek out to talk to Beckett, trying to get on the same page. Torres at 3rd base, Roberts at 2nd, Jones at 1st. See the outfield straight away on Markakis. Ball 3, full count.
After the conversation, they go with the changeup, but the changeup is low.
Nowhere to put Nick Markakis. A full count, nobody out, bases filled with Orioles. Ball 4, walks in a run. Back-to-back walks for Beckett. The Orioles plate their first run of the night. An RBI for Markakis. And it's now 6-1. John Farrell headed to the mound.
But before tomorrow's game, Red Sox Game Day Live comes to you on NESN HD at 12:30 from Yorkie Way. Jim, Heidi, and TC will take a look at John Lester's early season struggles. We'll get a look at John Smoltz's musical talents, as well as a complete recap of the Eastern quarterfinals game 2 between the Canadians and Bruins. It's all tomorrow at 12:30 right here on NESN HD.
Well, Josh Beckett yet to record an out here in the 5th inning. Just walked in a run. Bases loaded for the Orioles, nobody out. And Aubrey Huff hits the breaking ball for ball 1. Huff grounded out to third base in the 1st inning. He walked in the 3rd inning. Fooled on the pitch, didn't go, as Herman Danley said he was able to hold off. 2-0.
All of a sudden, that control for Josh Beckett, which had been pinpoint through the first 4 innings, struggling with it right now.
Huff, line drive to left center. It's going to get into the track of the wall. Roberts scores. Jones coming around behind him. It is a 2-run double as the ball gets away. Now Markakis is going to score. 3 runs in for the Orioles, and just like that, it's now 6-4 Boston. And there's still nobody out here in the 5th.
Now the Red Sox get a little sloppy on the relay to allow a gift run to come around the score. First of all, the line shot in the gap by Aubrey Huff on the fastball from Josh Beckett. That's going to allow 2 runs to come in, but now when the throw comes in, it's going to be dropped by Nick Green, the shortstop. And once Markakis sees that, he comes in to score. So that error goes on Green, the shortstop. And all of a sudden, you've got a 6-4 ball game.
Huff at second, still nobody out. Ty Wigginton, the batter. There is action very quickly in the Red Sox pen. Javier Lopez, who's really been struggling lately. Wigginton 0 for 2. He's grounded out to third base and has flied out to right. Beckett lasting 7 innings in the opening day start against the Rays. Last time out 6 innings at Los Angeles. He did give up 4 runs and 8 hits in the 6 innings. And took the loss against the Angels. Wigginton fouls it off to the right. It's 1-2. The bunt. Base hit by Cesar Torres to get it started. Roberts doubled. Jones walked. Bases were loaded when Nick Markakis walked. And then a 2-run double for Huff. The error on the same play committed by Nick Green allows another run to score. Now it's 6-4. Breaking ball, line to third. Low on the backhand for the out. And it's just the first out of the inning.
And Beckett got away with one there. He wanted that breaking ball away from Ty Wigginton. It stayed inside, and the line drive right at Mike Lowell. The crossover step, the catch, and the first out of the inning. This Oriole offense, they'll come after you.
One down for Luke Scott, who singled to right back in the 2nd inning. He struck out swinging last time up. 7th member of the Orioles to bat here in the 5th inning. And it's strike 1 to Scott.
Another one of those questionable calls on the outside part of the plate. Changeup this time from Josh Beckett.
Drops in there for strike 2. Season high in walks for Beckett with 4. First 2 outings he walked 3 and 2. The back-to-back walks coming in the 3rd and then in the 5th. Late swing, a defensive swing from Scott, who fouls it off.
That's how he got Luke Scott last time, a fastball away for the strikeout. Goes away again, but this time Scott fouls it off.
How about 30 pitches so far and just 1 out here in the 5th? Oh, 2 strikes to Scott. Well, last night the Red Sox trailed big in the game, and tonight it's the Orioles who trail big. And as the Red Sox are able to come all the way back and grab the lead, right now the Orioles chipping away back within 2. With Huff at second base, Scott at the plate, and 1 out. Fights it off, foul again. 95 on the fastball that was up from Beckett. Greg Zahn, the veteran catcher, waiting on deck. Pitch count growing for Josh Beckett.
It looks like Francona may have to get in that bullpen a little earlier than he expected and hoped to in this game tonight.
Outside, 2-2. Lopez ready should they choose to bring him in. He's been up now for a few minutes. Doesn't need long to get ready. Ball 3, full count. We'll get a bat here for Luke Scott. Scott grounds it back to Beckett. They get Huff hung up between second and third. Lowell will apply the tag as getting to second base was Luke Scott. The lead runner erased, and there's 2 down in the inning.
Well, nothing lost right there. They were going to get the out at first base, but the base runner stayed in that rundown long enough to allow Luke Scott to get into second base and get in scoring position. Beckett right there trying to run him back to second base. Now he makes the flip. Once they get him going back in that other direction, that's when Luke Scott can head to second base and get in scoring position. So a good job there by Aubrey Huff in the rundown.
Scott in scoring position with 2 outs, and Greg Zahn the batter. 1-4-2. Zahn takes strike 1.
Aubrey Huff actually makes a poor base running play, but then turns it into a pretty good one by getting caught in that rundown and allowing the man to get into second base.
Eighth man to bat for the Orioles here in the 5th inning. The hardest Beckett has had to work all night by far. Luke Scott at second base with 2 outs, 4 runs in for the Orioles. Zahn fouls it off to the left, and it's 1-2. Zahn to right. J.D. Drew back to make the catch. Orioles score 4 times in the inning at 6-4 Boston.
Heidi takes a look at the baseball bean pot. Our season collision on Saturday night and more. Join Heidi for the Ultimate Red Sox Show tomorrow and every Sunday at noon.
Rocky 5th inning for Josh Beckett as the Orioles score 4 times. And it's a 6-4 Red Sox lead at the bottom of the 5th inning. The new pitcher for the Orioles is Brian Bass.
Brian Bass has had some troubles in the early going. This will be appearance number 4 in 7 1/3 innings. 16 hits allowed and 12 earned runs. He's given up 5 home runs.
They down 0-2. Adam Eaton departs after 4 innings tonight, giving up 9 hits, 6 runs. He walked 2 and struck out 4. Jason Bay has walked twice tonight. Those were the 2 walks that Adam Eaton had in the first 4 innings. Inside, 1-2 to Bay. That's coming over from the Twins in exchange for a player to be named later in September of last year. This breaking ball misses inside again, and it's 2-2.
Nine-man bullpen right now for the Baltimore Orioles.
Bay hits it hard to the ground to third. Nicely picked by Wigginton. And there's one down in the bottom of the 5th. Let's check back in with Heidi.
Well, Don, I'm happy to report it is 2-0 Bruins in the second period. Now, I asked Jason Bay earlier today if he's a hockey fan. He said, of course I am. I'm from Canada. It's what we do. Turns out he's also a Bruins fan.
I was lucky enough to go to the first game. My wife and I went and watched it. It was an unbelievable series, and usually the Bruins Canadians usually is. But I definitely say the Bruins, obviously, seed-wise stuff for the better team. And after watching, I think they are. But I think when they go back to Montreal, it's a tough place to play. I don't think it's going to be a sweep. I'd say the Bruins will win it in 5, maybe 6, more than likely 5. But Montreal's not an easy place to play.
Now, because of the Bruins and Red Sox seasons colliding both tonight and Wednesday night, the Bruins playoff game against the Canadiens will be broadcast on NESN. Therefore, the Red Sox game is on NESN Plus and NESN Plus HD. That's tonight and Wednesday. Don, Jerry?
All right, Heidi, a double here for Mike Lowell with one away.
Yeah, Lowell picks up his second hit. He rifles this right down that third base line, and it took quite a while for PA to get over and make this play. Once he did, Mike Lowell standing at second base. Well, I should say sliding into second base with the double. So Lowell with a 2-for-3 night going.
Now Jason Varitek had a double in the second inning. Flied out to center in the third. His double knocked in a run. Picked up his third RBI. Away, and it's 2-0. Got Bay to ground out the double for Mike Lowell. And the Red Sox threatening here in the fifth inning. Late strike call from Eddings, and Varitek disagreed.
Well, that's something Jason Varitek's been seeing from behind the plate a lot of tonight. Now he gets it called against him.
Varitek fouling it off, full count. Red Sox doing the bulk of their damage in the third inning. A 3-run home run for Kevin Youkel as part of a 4-run third. Also got a run in the second, a run in the fourth. Varitek fouling it off into the seats. Ball 4.
Get one of the best sports sections in the country delivered to your home every day. Sign up now for convenient Boston Globe home delivery at 50% off. Call 888-MY-GLOBE or go to bostonglobe.com/sports.
One out here in the fifth inning. Mike Lowell at second base, Jason Varitek at first base, and Nick Green the batter. Breaking ball in there for strike one. Green grounded back to the mound in the second inning and flied out to center field in the fourth. It's down 0-2. Bulk of the damage by the Red Sox done by the top of their order. Ellsbury's got a hit. Pedroia a hit. 2 for Ortiz and 3 for Kevin Youkilis. Youkilis with a 4 RBI night so far.
Another 2 RBIs coming from Mike Lowell on a base hit in the 3rd inning, and Jason Varitek on a double in the 2nd inning.
Canadiens have scored. It's 2-1 Boston. So popped up foul off to the right. Still 0-2. As the Bruins had a 2-0 lead in game 1 before the Canadiens came back to tie it. In the game the Bruins eventually won. The band is back together, some different parts, but they're starting it up in the pen. Tashi Saito probably trying to figure out what's going on.
He has not got any instruments yet, I should say.
They're going to miss David Ardsman. I really felt like he was one of the better band members last year. Saito appears to be annoyed. Covering up at least one ear.
Get used to it.
The 0-2. Popped up right side. Infield fly rule as Huff comes in to make the grab for the 2nd out of the inning. Back up top for Jacoby Ellsbury. Ellsbury reaching on the infield hit in the 4th inning, a 1-for-3 night. He takes ball 1. Up the middle is Turris ranging. Will go to first with the throw and just got it there in time. Bang bang play at first. It's a 6-4 Red Sox lead. These fans really love the Red Sox. Show the world you love the Red Sox with Red Sox banking only from Bank of America. Get the Red Sox logo on your check card, checks, credit card, and statements. To learn more, visit a banking center near you or go to bankofamerica.com/Red Sox. Felix P.A. leading it off for the Orioles as Josh Beckett returns to the mound.
And he fakes a bunt. It was a bunt that got everything started back in the 4-run 5th inning for the Baltimore Orioles. Cesar is Torres.
On the ground to Pedroia. First out of inning number 6. Action behind Beckett was Javier Lopez last inning. This inning it's Hideki Okajima. Josh Beckett right around 100 pitches right now with 1 out in the 6th. Cesar is Torres. Rounds 1 left side. Green, more stride on the outfield grass. Long throw, and he gets it there in time. I'm very impressed with the arm of Nick Green. 2 down.
Red Sox fans during the month of April come to the ballpark during the first hour after gates open to enjoy the new Fenway Family Hour. Fenway Family Hour will feature 9 popular food items at up to 50% off in price. The Red Sox team store on Yorkie Way will also have select merchandise available at a substantial discount during this period. For more information, call 877-RED-SOX-9. That's one thing Terry Francona was talking about in his press meeting before the game today. He was surprised at the arm strength of Nick Green at shortstop.
We just saw it on display there for out number 2. He was a full stride on the outfield grass after he had gathered it. And you get the speedy Cesar as Torres, able to throw him out.
Once he got back on the grass, it looked like it was going to be a very close play at first base, but the good strong arm here by Nick Green as he gets himself planted, the crow hop step, and they get his Torres by a half a step at first base.
And Roberts hit a double his last time up, came around to score the second Orioles run. Baltimore scoring all 4 of their runs in the top half of the 5th inning. Fly ball to left field, sending Jason Bay back onto the track at the wall to make the catch in left field. Jason Bay working the wall. Last of the 6th inning back at Fenway Park, 6-4. Red Sox on top as Dustin Pedroia leads it off here in the 6th. And takes ball 1. That's what Beckett needed, a quick 1, 2, 3, 6th inning as he gets up over 100 pitches. And that's what he got in the top half of this inning. Getting PA is Turris and Roberts in succession. Now Pedroia gets drilled.
That's the last thing Bass wants to do. He's got his club back in the ball game, down by a couple of runs, and gets Pedroia right off the looks like the hamstring area.
Let's check in with the Bruins game break. Okay, Tom, here Dustin Pedroia hit with a pitch, but he stays in the game. He's lead runner on here in the 6th inning as David Ortiz about to face Brian Bass. Boston on top, 6-4, batting in the bottom of the 6th inning. There goes Pedroia on the first pitch. The throw is going to be in time as they get Pedroia at second base. Good throw from Zahn.
Well, Pedroia tried that old fake, you know, where you're really hurting at first base and you decide to take off on the first pitch, but not fooling the Baltimore Orioles as Zahn will throw him out. That throw right on the money. All his Turris had to do is slap the tag down.
Ortiz with 2 hits tonight after a strikeout in the first inning. He singled and scored in the 3rd, singled in the 4th inning. Red Sox with 10 hits as a team. This one chopped towards second base softly as Roberts on the run and in time. Actually, it's a shortstop. Is Turris on the run and in time as he cut in the shift position for the Orioles. 2 down. He cut it off with Roberts in short right.
Taps right back over the mound, the shift on, and you can see how much room his Turris has to cover to get that throw to first base to get the out on Big Papi. That's the second baseman coming in at that angle. It would be very difficult to make a throw to first base.
Youkilis takes strike 1. Chris Ray is up in the pen for the Orioles, their former closer. Youkilis down to the count 0-2. He's had a big night. 3 hits, double, home run, and a single. He's knocked in 4 runs. Savard scores again for the Bruins. It's now 4-1 Boston. They're in the second period. Youkilis strikes out. Tough at bat for Youkilis. Red Sox on top, 6-4 after 6. a 6-0 advantage, and a big blast by Kevin Youkilis' 3-run shot in the 3rd inning, part of a 4-run inning. Mike Lowell would single to drive in another run. As the Red Sox led it 6-0, the Orioles chipping away with a big inning against Beckett. In the 5th, they score 4 times, hitting Aubrey Huff's double. They would play a pair of Orioles, and it is 6-4 as we head to the top half of the 7th inning from Fenway. Okajima on for Josh Beckett.
And on for the 6th time this season, 4 2/3 innings total, a couple of hits, 3 earned runs. He's walked 4, struck out 6 in the game last night. 2/3 of an inning for Okajima, had a big strikeout in that game.
Adam Jones leads it off for the Orioles and takes ball 1. Jones has struck out, grounded out, and walked. Well, Josh Beckett tonight, 6 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, walked 4, and struck out 5 to 104 pitches. So Beckett departs with a chance to grab victory number 2 of the year. Came in at 1-1. If the bullpen can help him out. Fouled off for strike 2. Speaking of the bullpen, the Orioles pen is busy. Jamie Walker, left-hander, up now in the pen. Chris Ray had been up last inning. They've got 2 shutout innings from Brian Bass in relief of the starter tonight, Adam Eaton. One-two to Jones. Line foul. Nick Markakis next, and then Aubrey Huff. 2, 3, and 4 in the inning for the Orioles. Strike 3 call. Okajima has the first out of the 7th.
It's almost like Adam Jones was expecting something other than the fastball in that particular pitch from Okajima. Fastball inside part of the plate. Perfect pitch. And it catches Jones looking. Second time he struck out tonight.
One out now for Nick Markakis, who against Josh Beckett singled and walked twice. Scored a run, knocked in a run. And it's strike 1 to Markakis. Okajima retired both batters that he faced in last night's game, finishing the 8th inning. On Tuesday, it went 2 innings. His longest outing since August of last year. So fouled off Veritek, and it's 0-2. Markakis strikes out, back-to-back Ks for Okajima.
Well, both strikeouts for Okajima coming on the fastball. Throws the fastball by Markakis at about 88 miles an hour. Covidien is a proud sponsor of the Boston Red Sox and the Red Sox Foundation, helping to raise money for life-saving cancer research.
Okajima striking out Jones, then Markakis. Here's Aubrey Huff. Popped up. Youkilis settling underneath. Puts away, out number 3. A 1-2-3 inning for Okajima. It is 6-4 Boston time for a Sports Desk update with John Chandler. Call to the bullpen is brought to you by New England Ford dealers. New pitcher for the Orioles is Jamie Walker.
Jamie Walker making his 5th appearance of the season. 2 2/3 innings, 3 hits allowed, no runs. Has not walked anybody and has 3 strikeouts. Appeared in 59 games last year for the Orioles. Allowed a career high 12 home runs last season.
J.D. Drew leading it off for the Red Sox here in the 7th inning. Hooks it to right, in for a hit. Markakis over to play quickly. Drew heading for second. And J.D. cruises in with a double to get it started in the bottom of the 7th.
It extends Drew's hitting streak now to 6 games as he gets that fastball up and out over the plate and hooks it down in that right field line. Tracked down by Nick Markakis by the time he gets there, though. J.D. in a second base with the leadoff double.
Well, lefty-lefty matchup worked out well for the Red Sox anyway, and Drew in scoring position with nobody out. Chris Ray has been up in the pen, and looks like Chris Ray is coming in. Dave Tremblay out there to make the change. 6-4 Red Sox on top. Pitching change from Fenway.
Reactions and an interesting take on Red Sox sound in the latest version of Clubhouse Uncut. It's all coming up right after the game with TC, Jim, and Heidi.
6-4 Red Sox on top. Nobody out here in the 7th inning. Jamie Walker faced one batter, J.D. Drew, who doubled off him. New pitcher for the Orioles is Chris Ray.
Trying to bounce back from elbow surgery that cost him all of last season. You see the numbers so far this year for Chris Ray. As Don mentioned earlier, the one-time closer for the Baltimore Orioles.
A double to begin the bottom of the 7th inning for J.D. Drew. There's Jason Bay, who has walked twice and grounded out. So he takes strike 1. Ray had 33 saves for the Orioles back in 2006, 16 and 07. And ahead of Bay, 0-2. Elbow surgery in August of 07. Spent the entire year rehabbing. 5 different spots: Gulf Coast, Aberdeen, Delmarva, Frederick, and Bowie. He didn't get to Baltimore as he strikes out Bay, and there's one down. Let's check back in with Heidi.
Don Jed Lowry flew to Arizona today to be examined by Dr. Sheridan, yet another opinion to find out what the Red Sox should do with Lowry regarding his injured left wrist. Now, Lowry said last night that there is a possibility he could have to have surgery, which could end his season, sideline him for the rest of the season. But I talked to Terry Francona today, and he said that is not likely going to happen. That is a last resort, and they don't think that they're going to have to go there. Don?
Well, Heidi, thank you very much.
That sounds to me like Jed Lowry has got to get this problem fixed, and he's trying to get as many different opinions and, see what the proper treatment would be for this. And if it is being surgery, it's something he's going to have to deal with. This is going on for a long time, back from last season.
And it kind of fooled him in that he felt pretty good in spring training, was swinging the bat as good as anybody through the first couple of weeks of the spring.
Really was all spring training, swinging the bat very, very well.
And then the slow start and the return of the pain that he battled all of last year. And going to get another opinion. Mike Lowell 2 for 3 tonight. To center field for Adam Jones, coming in. He makes the running catch. Kind of fooled him on the swing, but Jones recovers. Good speed out there, and there's 2 down. Action in the Red Sox pen. Takashi Saito. With 2 outs, and Drew, who led off the inning with a double, still standing at second base. And they're going to put on Jason Varitek. Jason had doubled earlier, flied out, and walked. Now a free pass from Chris Ray to go after Nick Green. That one coming back towards the plate as there's ball 3.
Well, coming up after the game, stay tuned for Granite City Electric Red Sox Final, a whole new way to wrap up your day of Red Sox baseball. They'll answer your questions from the NESN.com inbox and bring you the latest action from the NHL playoffs. It's all final with TC, Jim, and Heidi coming up after the game on NESN.
Well, Nick Green has been called back. Chris Carter will bat in his place after Jason Varitek intentionally walked. Drew at second, Varitek at first, 2 down. And now Rick Kranitz coming out, the pitching coach.
This has been a common theme. We have been in close games, and the Red Sox have been behind. Chris Carter has been the pinch hitter for Nick Green, with Gil Velasquez moving into that shortstop position.
And Carter has gone 0 for 2 on those pinch hit at bats. Had 1 on Monday, 1 on Tuesday. In his first action of the regular season. As Nick Green wraps it up, going 0 for 3 in the game tonight offensively. Carter had a fantastic spring at .355 during the spring, and great numbers from last year in Pawtucket. On an opening day roster in the majors for the first time. Hit at .333 for the Red Sox last year in 9 games in the majors. On a strike to Chris Carter.
Looks like Chris Ray's come all the way back from that elbow surgery. That fastball at 94 miles an hour. Just blowing it right by Chris Carter on the inside part of the plate.
High strike, and it's 1-2. J.D. Drew at second base. Jason Varitek at first base. 2 down. Velasquez getting ready. He'll take over at shortstop for the Red Sox. Nick Green being hit for here in the inning. Strike 3 call. Carter, the pinch hitter, strikes out. We played 7 at 6-4 Boston.
By F.W. Webb, home of Frank Webb's Bass Centers. John Chandler will offer a full recap of the Eastern quarterfinals game 2 between the Canadians and Bruins. We'll get a look at today's Celtics-Bulls first-round matchup at the Garden. All this and more coming up after Red Sox coverage only on NESN.
6-4 Red Sox on top of the Orioles, as the Red Sox defensively now have Gil Velasquez at shortstop. Takes over for Nick Green, who was hit for by Chris Carter. And the new pitcher is Takashi Saito.
Making his third appearance, 2 in the third innings total, 3 hits allowed and a couple of earned runs. He's walked 1, struck out 3. The last outing, a inning and a third appearance at Oakland, where he gave up 2 hits, 1 run, and did have 3 strikeouts in that ball game.
Ty Wigginton to lead it off for the Orioles in the 8th. Really good job from Hideki Okajima tonight. He retired the side in order in the 7th inning. 2 strikeouts and a pop out, making quick work of Jones, Markakis, and Huff.
Well, the bullpen has been very strong for the Red Sox for the first 2 games of this series. See if it can continue here late in the ball game.
Wigginton lines it into center field for a base hit. He had been 0 for 3 at the plate, his first hit, and for the Orioles, their 7th of the night. So lead runner on for Baltimore for just the 2nd time tonight. Here's Luke Scott. One for 3 tonight, single back in the 2nd inning. And Scott takes ball 1. Saito gave up a home run to Evan Longoria, first batter that he faced in a Red Sox uniform. First home run that he'd given up since April 14th of last year. In there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Span of 44 games in between home runs allowed and 46 innings pitched. 2-1. It was the first right-hander to hit a home run off him since J.J. Hardy took him deep in his first appearance of 2007. A span of 194 at-bats in between home runs by right-handed hitters. And Longoria took him deep back on April 8th. It is 2-1 to Luke Scott. Ball 3-1. Orioles pen is busy as Jim Johnson, right-hander, up. Already seen Bass, Walker, and Ray. Runner goes as Scott swings and misses. The throw is not in time. Ty Wigginton steals second base.
A gamble taking there, but it pays off for the Orioles. Ty Wigginton, as you see, Euclid's playing behind him, gets a good jump at first base and just beats that throw at second base. So down by a couple of runs, the gamble taken, but it pays off.
Scott strikes out. Saito went up top to get him at 93, one down.
Once again, up and away from Luke Scott. Second time he has struck out tonight. Saito, who fell behind, comes back to pick up a big strikeout.
So Scott is gone. 8 strikeouts tonight for Red Sox pitching. Here's Greg Zahn. Time call. Veritek wants to talk it over with Saito. Well, Josh Beckett tonight, the starter for the Red Sox, lasted 6 innings. Beckett gave up 6 hits, 4 runs. He walked 4, struck out 5. And through 104 pitches, we saw Kojima for a 1-2-3 seventh. Now Takashi Saito with 1 out as Ty Wigginton at second base. Zahn takes the breaking ball for strike 1.
Basically a fastball slider pitcher is Saito.
Bruins now on top 5-1. They're in between the second and third periods. One and one is on. Zahn calling Toronto home for last 4 seasons. Now a member of the Orioles where his career started. 37 years of age. Swing and a miss down 1-2. Saito at 94 that time.
Yeah, he's thrown a couple of good fastballs. One by Luke Scott to strike him out. That one by Greg Zahn at 94.
Orioles 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position tonight. Now Ty Wigginton at second base and 1 down. Zahn appeared to go, did he? Yes. Kerwin Danley rings him up from the third base umpire spot, and there's 2 down.
And Zahn didn't think so, as he'll have a few words with Kerwin Danley down that third base line. Breaking ball from Saito. Well, I think that might have been a right call. Very close. They're all close, Don.
You can flip a coin with most, really.
That's about 90% of them.
Irwin Danley rings him up, 2 down. Felix P.A. P.A. struck out in the second looking, went swinging in the 4th inning, and then grounded out to second base in the 6th. Two 2-0. Ty Wigginton single to begin the inning, stole second base. Saito since then has been able to strike out Scott and Zahn. And there's 2 outs here in the top half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-1.
Red Sox pitching, Don, and you look at Papelbon getting loose, has been pretty effective keeping the ball away from these left-handed hitters in particular tonight for the Baltimore Orioles.
Over the outside corner, 2-2.
Breaking ball away again. Everything in this bat away from PA.
PA to right field. J.D. Drew coming in to make the grab that ends the inning. 7.5 in the book. 6-4 Boston. Is brought to you by your New England Chrysler dealers, Dunkin' Donuts, Bob's Discount Furniture, your New England Toyota dealer, Chili's, your New England Dodge dealers, and by Southwest Airlines. 6-4, Red Sox on top as they come to bat in the 8th. Jacoby Ellsbury leading it off against the new Orioles pitcher Jim Johnson.
Actually started the season at AAA Norfolk, was called up on April 11th, and since that time has made 4 appearances.
Ellsbury up the middle. Roberts ranging round the bag at second. Low throw, but dug out by Aubrey Huff on a hop to get Ellsbury for out number 1.
Nice pick at first base here by Aubrey Huff. Roberts knows he has to rush because of the speed of Jacoby Ellsbury. The one bounce, but a nice comfortable bounce for Aubrey Huff to handle. Good distance away from him so he can track it.
One down here in the 8th inning. Justin Pedroia, who was struck in the leg with a pitch in the 6th inning. And right after that, tried to steal second base, but was gunned down by Greg Zahn. Got a hit tonight, a single back in the 3rd inning. Strike, and it's 1-2. Adam Eaton, the starter tonight for the Orioles, gave up all 6 runs the Red Sox had in his 4-inning effort. The bullpen is not allowed to run. Brian Bass, Jamie Walker, Chris Ray, and now Jim Johnson, who has the first out of the 8th. He elevates at 94 and strikes out Pedroia, 2 down in the 8th inning.
Well, the Orioles have got some good work out of their bullpen tonight, along with the Red Sox. After staying away from Pedroia on the first couple of pitches, they go up and out of the strike zone for the strikeout.
Two outs in the 8th for David Ortiz. A 2-hit night for Big Papi. Single to left in the 3rd inning, a single to right in the 4th inning. Broken bat, fly ball to short right. Deep was Markakis coming in, but out goes Roberts, who can't catch it. Ortiz will reach as Roberts, the second baseman in short right field, can't clamp the glove shut.
He was backpedaling and almost like he went too far. He's looking for help from his outfielder, but you see right there, bounces off a closed glove. That should probably go as an error, I would think, on Brian Roberts. That would be his 2nd on the season.
It is an error. Well, Red Sox with a 2-out base runner. Youkilis with a 3-hit night tonight. Make it 4. Lines it into left field for a base hit. PA has it get by him. Ortiz heading for 3rd. Youkilis into 2nd with a double and a 4-hit night for Kevin Youkilis.
Yeah, Youkilis just a triple away from a cycle in this game. He has the double in his what may be his final at bat. Jumps on that first fastball. This one out over the plate. The pitches he hit earlier in the ball game were inside. Under the glove of PA, that allows Ortiz to get into 3rd base and Youkilis into 2nd.
What an incredible beginning to this season for Kevin Youkilis. Came in hitting at .425 into tonight's action, a 4-for-5 showing, including a 3-run home run back in the 3rd. We're going to put on Drew with first base open. This has happened quickly after there were 2 quick outs in the inning, Ellsbury and Pedroia, but an error in short right by Roberts, a double by Youkilis, and now a free pass to J.D. Drew has the bases loaded in a blink of an eye.
I'm not sure it was really that quick, was it?
It was really fast. and Jason Bay coming up.
That's a slow blink.
Bay has walked twice. He's grounded out and struck out. It's tied up and goes around.
Very light drizzle falling here at Fenway Park.
Swing and a miss, and Bay's down 0-2. Red Sox with 12 hits tonight. Jason Bay does not have one. Ball 1-2. Nick Laurel hoping he gets a chance here in the bottom of the 8th. The Red Sox trying to pad a 2-run lead as Papelbon gets ready for his second straight night. Wrapped up game 1. Bay rips this down the left field line. A foul ball. Found what little foul ground there is down that left field line.
Now Bay out in front of the fastball just a little too much, and you're right, Don. Not much foul territory at all, but clearly just to the left of that foul line. You could see the dirt come up after the contact was made with the baseball.
Erwin Danley, the third base umpire, with a good look right down the line. Is on out to talk to Jim Johnson. David Ortiz at third base. Kevin Youkilis at second base. J.D. Drew at first. 2 down. In the dirt outside. 2-2. Inside, full count. Everybody will be in motion here with 2 outs and a full count to Jason Bay. Fly ball to right field. Nick Markakis makes the catch, and the Red Sox can't add on. It's 6-4 as we head to the 9th. Here we go again as Jonathan Papelbon in for the ninth.
3 for 3 in save opportunities. Picked up number 3 last night here against Baltimore. Pitching an inning, giving up 1 hit, no runs, no walks. Did have a strikeout. Overall for Papelbon, 4 strikeouts in 4 1/3 innings. Opponents hitting 188.
9-1-2 scheduled for the Orioles here in the ninth inning. And the Red Sox had a pretty good opportunity. There were 2 outs and the bases loaded to add on to this 2-run advantage. Could not, as Jason Bay flied out to right and Jim Johnson got out of the jam. One that was started on an error by Brian Roberts on a fly ball to right field. He backpedaled and tried to grab. The number is incredible for Papelbon against the Orioles. We highlighted him last night. He owns a 0.41 earned run average in 23 career games against Baltimore. Cesar is Turris, who got the 4-run rally for the Orioles, started in the 5th inning with a bunt single down the third base line. Leads it off in the 9th. Strike 1. Papelbon has converted each of his last 8 save opportunities dating back to last year. It is ahead 0-2. Turris thought about it, but it's up high. 94 that time from Papelbon, and it's 1-2.
After 2 fastballs down, Papelbon tries to climb the ladder, but is Turris not biting?
Framed by Veritek, but too tight. 2-2. Ball 3. Papelbon had been ahead 0-2. With a full count now to the number 9 man, Cesar Turris. The Orioles try to get the tying run to the plate. Roberts, the top of the order, on deck. Popped up, shallow left, Velasquez. 1 out in the 9th. One out in the 9th for Brian Roberts, who had a double in the 5th inning, a 1-for-4 night. Ball 1 high. Josh Beckett went 6 innings tonight, giving up the 4 runs the Orioles have. Hideki Okajima 1 shutout innings. Takashi Saito 1 shutout inning. And here we are in the 9th with 1 out for Papelbon. Two and 0 to Roberts. Away as Papelbon falls behind 3-0. Sox bullpen last night. 6 scoreless innings. So far 2 tonight. Roberts taken all the way and takes strike 1. On the corner, strike 2.
Once again, Roberts frustrated by that last call. It's been that way all night long. The Amica pitch zone shows the pitch away. That has been very consistent from the first inning of the ball game.
On the ground and into left field, a base hit for Roberts. And the Orioles will bring the tying run to the plate as Roberts reaches first on a single.
Now, Roberts came into the game with a .439 batting average, another 2 for 5 night for him. Gets the 3-2 fastball once again away, once again takes the ball away to the opposite field.
One out, one on for Adam Jones, who does not have a hit tonight. He walked and scored in the 5th. 1 for 3 in his career against Papelbon. He hits Jones with the first pitch. It appeared. No, the bat. No, he did get him, and he goes down to first base. So up and in, and it's first and second now with 1 out.
Looks like it got him right off the elbow. Papelbon trying to go inside with the fastball, and right off that left elbow it looked like. So now Papelbon has to deal with a couple of lefties in Markakis and Huff.
Tying runs aboard now with 1 out. Markakis is single back in the 1st. He walked in the 3rd, walked in the 5th before striking out in the 7th. Defensive swing from Markakis, who appeared to change his mind in the middle.
Yeah, looks like he about halfway through that swing and decided, I don't really want to do this. Fastball was up and out of the strike zone.
George Sherrill, the closer for the Orioles, up in the pen. Popped up, foul ground low will give chase by the Orioles dugout as it ends up about 4 rows behind that dugout.
See Papelbon taking a couple of looks at Roberts at second base. You get great speed there, and you have to be concerned a little bit about a double steal. It would be a gamble.
Oh for 6 with 4 Ks is Markakis against Papelbon. 2 on, 1 out, 9th inning. Time call. Outside 1 and 2.
Might as well try it out there, right?
It's been called a strike a lot.
That went a little bit too far outside.
Well, after the first out, Roberts singled to left. Jones hit by a pitch. 2 on, 1 out. 2-2. Red Sox led at 1.6-0. Orioles scored 4 times in the 5th. Red Sox left the bases loaded in the 8th. Now the Orioles have the tying runs on base at first and second with 1 out in the 9th. Full count.
Hoping to get Markakis to once again chase that high fastball. That time he stays off it.
Aubrey Huff on deck. Runners go. Markakis lifts a fly ball to right. J.D. Drew coming in. And there's 2 down in the inning. The runners were off on the pitch. Markakis flies out. There's 2 away. Now Aubrey Huff, who has been on twice, a walk and a 2-run double. Ball 1. Papelbon notching the save in game 1 of the series last night, called upon in back-to-back nights, and has 2 outs in the 9th. A strike, and it's 1-1.
We were talking about a little bit earlier that threat of the double steal with Roberts at second base. You get a double steal, all of a sudden a base hit ties the ball game.
Good speed on the bases with Roberts at second, Jones at first. Inside, 2-1.
So far, every pitch from Papelbon has been a fastball, with the exception of 1 splitter that he's thrown in this inning.
Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs to Aubrey Huff. Popped up. Gil Velasquez at shortstop. Red Sox win. Papelbon's done it again. Second straight night Papelbon's been on to close it for the Red Sox. And a big night for Kevin Youkilis, a 4-hit game, his first of this year, and his first since last season. So a 6-4 Red Sox win. Let's check out